The journey to be the best is never easy. For badminton players, clocking in tireless hours on the training courts and the unrelenting drive to succeed are just some of the traits they need to become champions. It's all about relentless hard work and sacrificing the many little joys of normal life. For 1983 men's singles world champion Icuk Sugiarto, this personal epic is what paid off.
Sudah menjadi tanggung jawab dan tugas saya untuk selalu memberikan.
It was my responsibility to give my best for the National Badminton Federation and Indonesia. People didn't know that my heel was injured and bleeding when I won. But then again, they didn't have to know. I was placed there to be a contender for my country, and that's all the people needed to see. It's a very important attribute that I try to impart to the kids I coach.
Bawa sekarang sampai saya membina anak-anak.
Badminton Unlimited was in the country's capital, Jakarta, recently to take in the legend story of hard-earned success. Speaking from the comforts of his home, the Central Java native recalled picking up his first racket as an 11-year-old in humble circumstances.
Saya memulai latihan tidak seperti atlet-atlet yang lain.
My journey into the world of badminton was not the same as many of my peers. They would have already joined clubs during that time. For me, I had started working as an errand boy at the badminton hall, which was located in my home city of Solo. The owner of the place, Pak Suratman, finally gave me my big break in badminton. He allowed me to represent the city in competitions between primary schools. I remember winning the title, even though I couldn't afford any shoes to play in.
Pada saat seleksi itu saya juga tidak pakai sepatu.
The manner of this victory in 1973 set the tone for Icuk's ambitions. Despite his limited resources, nothing could stop him from excelling at the district and national level tournaments. Icuk was 18 when he was selected into Indonesia's national team, and even then, the training setup at that time was rudimentary at best. But having seen 8-time All-England champion Rudy Hartono carve out an illustrious career for himself, Icuk knew it was only a question of his own desire to succeed.
Saya melihat bagaimana seorang Rudy Hartono setelah memenangkan.
I noticed how someone like Rudy Hartono was getting honored everywhere he went. After he won many titles, the government and various sponsors were quick to show their appreciation of him. Seeing this, I knew then that badminton was the way for me. At that time, the national team training was nothing special. Besides my teammates and myself, we only had a fitness coach. We would plan our training regimen ourselves, be it working on drills or technical skills or how long the training had to go on. It would all be down to our own initiative.
Sampai mau latihan 6 set itu inisiatif kita sendiri-sendiri.
His hard work soon paid off. 1982 marked Icuk's coming of age. He clinched the men's doubles gold at the Asian Games, as well as grabbing the men's singles title at the inaugural Indonesia Open. But it was the World Championships crown he won the next year that etched his name in badminton folklore. Once again, Icuk's sheer determination got him through a difficult final against compatriot Lim Swee King.
Kaki saya udah sakit dari darah sampai keluar.
I was in pain because my foot was bleeding and pus had started to develop as well. But I knew I had to keep going, so I just wrapped a bandage around it. I was hoping that as soon as I warmed my body up and realized what was ahead of me, I would forget the pain in no time. I told myself countlessly that I couldn't let this slip now. This was my chance to change my fortunes for good. I've proved that even if I wasn't seen as one of the tournament favorites, I was still able to beat some of the best players in the world at that time. Moreover, I won the World Championship title as the youngest player in the event.
Prestasi dengan sebagai pemain termuda.
It was a momentous triumph for the then 20-year-old as it fueled his belief for numerous international titles for the rest of his career. Icuk's outstanding achievements have spurred on his son, Tommy Sugiarto, to follow in his footsteps. The world number 9 hasn't quite replicated his father's accomplishments, and Icuk is quick to dismiss any arbitrary comparisons.
Yang saya bisa katakan sama dia bahwa
I always tell him that you have to have your own identity as a player, and one day you will. The time will come when you will win more than me, and people will stop the comparisons. Since his win at the Singapore Open and his recent semi-final finish at the World Championships, people are slowly seeing Tommy as a player in his own right.
Tapi dia sudah bisa menjadi seorang Tommy sendiri.
Icuk's playing days may be far behind him, but the 52-year-old grandfather hopes that his badminton journey will inspire generations to come.
Saya bisa berharap.
I really hope that whatever I had gone through in my career will serve to motivate our young players. My journey showed that to be a champion, you don't have to be rich, and I have proved this. I was from a poor family and worked as an errand boy, but I worked hard to be where I am now. I was able to bring glory to this country in one of the highest international sporting competitions.
Di level tertinggi di dunia olahraga.
The story of Icuk Sugiarto is truly an uplifting one. As the legend tells it, giving up on your dreams is not an option.